Hey guys, I'm Jenny. If you don't know me, Jenny Dumont. And the reason I am doing this video today is because I have a recipe guide, holiday recipe guide, coming out on November 20th, which is Monday. And I wanted to give you a little bit of background as to what it was that led me to want to create a recipe guide. So you may or may not know, but for the past year, I have been working with, I had been working with an MLM, a network marketing company, as a coach, as a wellness coach. And for a variety of reasons, I chose to step away from that. And one of those reasons was that I wanted to be able to work with more people. I wanted to be able to impact more lives on a much greater scale, and to do so in a way that truly felt fulfilling to me, and that I could stand behind. And I wanted to do it in a really meaningful way that I was not able to do with that particular company. So I stepped away from that and I created the Real Well Mom brand. And in doing that, I have truly been able to share freely with you the way I'm living my life now. And, through social media, I'm able to share with you guys, tons of people every day. And then I'm also just able to share with the people in my life, my friends and my family, and in my day-to-day life, that the low carb, high fat way of eating has just really been super beneficial for me. And so with the Real Well Mom brand, I, have actually been able to do that freely. And it's really liberating. And so a little bit of background as to why I started with the low carb, high fat way of eating. And honestly, a lot of it has to do with brain fog. I was really struggling there for a long while. And, I was postpartum and I thought maybe it was just, baby brain, whatever, hormones, whatever. But I was having a really hard time remembering anything. I was having a really hard time with my train of thought. Like I had a really hard time with my train of thought. I was having a really difficult time remembering names, putting words together, pulling words, out of the sky that should be pretty straightforward and people should know. So I was really struggling with that. And once I started incorporating more fats into my diet, I noticed that a lot of that went away. And it went away, pretty quickly. And so that was awesome. And also I was training for this half marathon that I did a few weeks ago. And I started doing a lot of research as to why I'm suddenly able to run longer than I ever have before. And so this was sort of an accidental benefit of it, but a fantastic one. And I did a lot of research and I found out that there were a lot of athletes out there, from people just, doing weights in the gym or doing CrossFit, runners, whatever, that they were doing so. They were training in a restricted carb state, and that they were able to perform better, and at the time, I was training for that half marathon, and I was running a lot, and I found that really beneficial for me, to be able to, burn fat as fuel rather than sugar. So not only was I able to get rid of my brain fog, which was fantastic, I was also experiencing like running gains, and it made me really excited. And so I just embraced it. I kind of just went with it. And I also noticed that my sugar cravings, sorry, just had to take a look at my hair. Awesome vegan hair products. I noticed that my sugar cravings completely went away. And it's funny that when you actually get that crap out of your system, that you stop craving it. So that was really, really good. And I had this new, basically like, I had this new way of looking at food. All of a sudden I didn't just wake up one day and say, oh, carbs are evil, no more carbs. It's not carbs. It's not like a loaf of bread walks into my house and punches me in the face. It's not a carb is a carb is a carb. It's not the carb, the sugar, whatever. It's not that I'm against. It is literally the way it makes me feel. And I realized that by cutting that crap out of my diet, that I felt better. I could think better. My skin got better. My digestion got better. There were so many positives. And so it's not carbs that are bad. It is just the way they make me feel. So I chose to continue to cut them out of my diet. And it's not that I don't eat carbs, because, I totally do. I just don't eat as many. And I'm a little bit more picky with the kinds that, I do eat. And I've also obviously incorporated more fats into my diet and, more leafy greens. I eat avocados, and things like that, like collagen protein that I've added in as well because I'm getting all my nutrients. I'm just not eating bread, and I'm not eating a lot of beans, and I'm not eating, carbs. Now I do drink wine. Don't get me wrong. And you're going to be hard pressed to get me to stop. But that's neither here nor there. All right. So that's a little bit about the background of why I went the low carb, high fat, route. All right. I realized that when I was learning about how, the carbs made me feel, and about how much better I felt without them, it really helped me heal. Sorry, I'm going to get deep here for a second. It really helped me heal a really poor relationship with food that I knew I had, And it's something that I struggled with, like, literally for as long as I can remember. And I can look back and tell you the exact moment, the first time I remember realizing or noticing that my legs were not as thin as other people's. I was at softball practice, and I was at the plate. I was hitting batting practice, and the pitcher, we played slow pitch. The pitcher was a very good friend of mine. I was probably 6th grade, 7th grade. So what is that, like 11, 12, whatever that is. But I noticed that when she bent down to, pitch the ball, that her thighs didn't touch. I don't know what it is. I don't know why that moment stuck out and has stayed with me for so long. But I do know that I went home and did the pitching motion in front of my mirror, and realized that my legs, that my thighs did touch. And like I said, I don't know what made that memory stand out, but, and honestly, I don't know exactly what happened, the series of events that happened, immediately following that. But I do know that in 8th grade, I stopped eating. And that restriction led to vomiting, which goes hand in hand with, or for me it did anyways, with compulsive overeating. And to be quite honest with you, this is something the compulsive overeating is something that I've never mentioned in a public forum before. And it's very hard for me to talk about because the whole eating disorder dynamic, it's just a constant vicious cycle of guilt and shame and, denial, like, oh, everything's fine. And like, or, what have I done? Who am I? Why am I doing this? What is wrong with me? And it's that eating disorder dynamic that I really carried into adulthood with me. It sucks. And I want more than anything on this planet for my children, my daughter, to not experience that. I want her to have a positive body image. I want her to have a positive, happy, normal, healthy relationship with food. And it wasn't until I actually had her and, all the mom feelings that come along with having, a baby, that, I realized that in order for me to be able to be a positive impact on her in this aspect of her life, and in order to portray a healthy relationship with food, to have a healthy relationship with food, really, I had to heal myself. I wasn't going to be able to lead by example if I was over there in the corner, hating on myself for eating Chick-fil-A, whatever. All right. So, recently, very recently, in fact, I have taken a lot of steps to heal that relationship. And I've done a lot of mindset work around it, in terms of identifying my issues, addressing them, really getting to the root of them, like what made me have these issues to begin with, and it's finally allowed me to move past them. And I feel like learning how carbohydrates and sugar make me feel, I really think that was like a huge catalyst in me being able to, really finally leave this poor relationship with food behind and to just move on and to move past it, because I started viewing food as fuel. And it really took a lot of the emotional attachment that I had with food or whatever. It took that away. And that was something that I really needed. And that right there, the actual ability to heal, to lose the emotional attachment to food, that is what I'm passionate about. And that was a huge factor, driving force behind writing and creating this recipe guide, because I want every single mama out there, I want every single woman out there to heal. I want to help them. I know exactly how toxic having a poor relationship with food is. and how just crippling it is, and how it just wrecks so many things in your life. It wrecks joy. It wrecks relationships. It wrecks your body image. It wrecks your confidence. It wrecks just everything. Having the constant fear of food, it's exhausting. It's overwhelming. And, looking back on that, I feel like I've wasted so much time dealing with dumb shit. Like, when I should have been out enjoying myself, I was freaking out about whatever, anyways, that's not what this is about. The point is, it's possible. The point is, it will take work, but it is possible to regain that confidence. It is possible to heal your relationship with food. It is possible to begin a healthy relationship with food, with everything surrounding food, with cooking it and preparing it lovingly for your family, and the fellowship that goes with eating. That is so important. And that was such a huge factor in my healing, was just realizing that it's not food that's the enemy. And it's okay to eat. And it's okay to have carbohydrates. And it's okay to get better. It is safe to heal. And that mindset shift is what I want every single woman who is struggling with poor body image. I want to help. And I know that I can, because I've been there. I know what it's like. So again, that's one of the driving forces behind writing this recipe guide. So what I've done is I have taken traditional holiday sweets, treats, and I have tweaked them in a way that leaves them delicious and has basically rendered them as low carb as you can get. And for me personally, I know that means that I'm going to be indulging over Thanksgiving, and over the Christmas break. And I am not going to have the fatigue and the low energy sluggishness that comes along with sugar. I'm not going to gain 1,000,000 pounds over Christmas like I usually do, because I'm cutting out the carbs. I'm not cutting out the wine, but I'm cutting out some of the unneeded stuff, because I deserve, and so do you, we deserve to treat ourselves now and then. We are good mamas. We deserve some sweets. We deserve some treats. So that's what I brought to you. And it's awesome. It turned out better than I ever could have imagined. I am stoked. So excited to share it with you. So it is my recipe guide, my holiday sweets and treats recipe guide is going to be on sale in my shop, in the Real World Mom shop, beginning on Monday, November 20th. And you can get there. Just go to wearethedumonts.com, one word, wearethedumonts.com, click shop, and you'll see it. I'm super stoked for it. And do not think that I'm going to stop after this. I have a million ideas for other future recipe guides, which I'm super excited about. I'll be launching my group nutritional coaching course program in January of 2018, which you're going to want to get in on. And I'm also opening 5 more spots. 5 spots for one-on-one individual nutrition, mindset coaching. It is truly transformational, and it's going to change your life, and you deserve it. So keep an eye out for that. And I have rambled on long enough. I just wanted to give you a little bit of background as to what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And for those of you who don't know me, I wanted you to see me. This is me. This is This is me not freaking knowing how to do public speaking and needing notes. You know, this is me losing my train of thought in the middle. This is me in the middle of my kids in the kitchen. I mean, like, there's toys all around me. You don't even know. But this is me. I am real. I do my best. I can only do what I can do. I do my best to live a life of wellness. And I'm a mom. Wife, mom, sister, daughter, aunt. I am so many things to so many people. Most importantly, wife and mom. So that is how I created the Real Well Mom brand. And you need to be a part of it. If you haven't yet, go ahead and join me in the Real Well Mom Facebook group. I can put a link below for that. And don't forget, remember, we are the Dumonts.com. And then click shop, and then that's where you will find your holiday sweets and treats recipe guide. It's amazing. You're going to love it. And I can't wait for you to make all the delicious stuff. So thanks for listening today. And if you want more information about either the group coaching or one of the 5 spots for individual one-on-one, reach out. You can find me on Facebook. I'm Jenny Dumont. You can hit me up on Instagram, either JENN Dumont, so Jen, 2 N's, Dumont, or Real Well Mom on Insta. You can send me an email, realwellmom@gmail.com. I'm around. Find me. Hit me up. Let's talk. All right. Much love, guys. Bye.